Hi, I'm Jordan from Kettner Creative, and in this video I'm going to show you how to quickly add branding or a vinyl decal to your flight case. Now there's a huge debate whether or not you want to actually do a physical stencil or vinyl decal. We prefer vinyl decals. We find that they look cleaner even though you have to replace them more often. We just didn't like the look of stencils. For us, all our branding is green, so in order to get that fluorescent green that we wanted, paint just didn't look as good as we wanted. So we're doing vinyl decals. We custom ordered some from the print shop in fluorescent green that we wanted. So that's what we'll do today. The story on why we're doing this is we rented this podium behind us here, and I guess another production company didn't like rolling a box with our logo into their event. So they ripped our decal off. It's like a $100 decal. So according to our rental contract, we billed them for it, and now we're going to put it back on. So we'll make a video show you how we do that. So first things first, we'll take it off. Get it on a nice work surface here. This isn't the ideal height for me, but it's what we got. In terms of what we'll need for tools, you need the decal itself. You'll need something to measure. You can use a measuring tape. I prefer to have like a flat straight edge, especially for an older decal like this. Then you can actually push it down. And you'll need some type of tape. You can probably use masking tape, but obviously being a production company, we have tons of gaff tape around. So we'll use that. So what we like to do is we like to have our decals perfectly centered on the flight case lid. So what I like to do is just start measuring. You just kind of get it roughed in generally where you want it. You can kind of see where the other decal was, but I start by just measuring the sides. So you can see here, the edge of the logo is 7 centimeters off of the aluminum. So then I'll just go to the other side and see that it's 8 centimeters. So I know that I'm going to want something like 7.5. And then same for the top and bottom. So there I have 32 centimeters from the top of the logo. And here I have 36 centimeters. So I know I need to go 2 centimeters higher. So I need the top to be at 34. That's right. So let's go 34 and double check the bottom is 34. So that's what we want. Once we're in the ballpark, our logo is super easy to do just because we have this big straight edge here. So in order to make it absolutely perfect, I will generally just tape a little piece of it to give myself something to pivot on. That makes it a bit easier. And then, so we want, let's call it 7.2 centimeters is what it's at the top. So we want 7.2 at the bottom. So now we just square that up. And as we get farther down the process, we keep taping the top. We only tape one side, and I'll show you why. Okay, so if we pull the logo on the 3 pieces of tape that we just put down, we'll see what we got. So 7.2 centimeters, 7.2 centimeters. So we know if we pull it when we're applying the decal, that it'll be straight. So then I put down a long piece of tape just to get it. That way when I'm pulling it, which you'll see in a second here, we just have that super consistent piece of tape, and the worst thing that can happen to you is have this tape come off. So everybody's gonna make some comments on YouTube, I'm sure. We're wasting 10 bucks of gaff tape on this, but it is what it is. So now I bend it up, take the backing off. Sometimes this can be a bit tricky. There it is. So you want to do this slowly. Our logo is pretty easy. There's not a lot of little bits. It's all big chunks. But if you have a more intricate logo, then you'll want to be careful, especially these letters at the bottom. I know I'm slightly off camera here, but the little letters we just want to take our time with. Make sure we get it clean. Here, I'm just gonna pull this so we're more in frame. As you can see here, some of the letters are just sticking to this removable layer. I just want to make sure that they all stick to the masking tape, because that's what the masking tape is here for. One more letter. Sometimes, depending on the logo, that part can take a lot longer, but for us it's pretty easy. Okay, so what we want to do here, and this is why I like using a meter stick instead of like a measuring tape, because you'll just gently push it. So what I do, just get it kind of in the ballpark. Again, our logo is a lot easier. If you have a lot of circles and little broken up pieces, this can be harder, but our logo is pretty forgiving. And just give everything a good press. You can use a plastic squeegee, or you can use a level like I'm using. Okay. Let me pull off the gaff, because that's going to hang us up. Okay, and then we gently remove the masking tape. Again, the most sensitive letters you just want to spend some time on. Sometimes you just need to give them an extra rub. Now this decal is probably about a year old, so sometimes it helps just to heat it up a little bit. If I was really thinking, I could have like a heat gun or something out here just to reactivate that glue, but I think we'll be okay. Then I just pull it back. There's two ways to do it. If you're really worried about it and you want to do it in small sections, then I would do something like this. We rip the masking tape and just focus on the letters. And just give them a really good press down as you're applying it, or as you're pulling the masking tape off. Sometimes the masking tape will pull the letters up. We've never got too concerned about this part. We've never had letters falling off or anything. One important thing is, if you have a new flight case from a case company or something like that, you don't want to wash it with soap. Just use water. Sometimes I use like something a little bit more abrasive. But on older flight cases, there's no shortage of gunk for the decals to stick to. It's the new stuff that it doesn't like to stick to as much. So we've done the letters. Now we just work on the graphic portion. Just super easy with a decal this big. So yeah, if you use vinyl decals like we do, they do get banged up and scuffed. But for us, we really wanted when it looks good, it looks great. And our cases don't take too big of a beating, so we like the look of it better than we've experimented over and over with all types of different paints and stencils and stuff like that. We do like this better. Plus, when we sell cases or sell equipment off, it's easy to unbrand and give to the next guy who wants to make money with it. Got the C done. One funny thing about this logo, we were printing up some custom shirts when we were first getting started, and I threw this logo together in about 10 minutes in Illustrator, and I made the K. I knew kind of what I wanted. I wanted the chevrons on it, And we already had the word mark settled, but I needed a logo mark. And then so I made the K, and then I wanted to custom make this C to fit inside it. So I just grabbed a rectangle tool, put down 2 rectangles, cropped off the top and bottom. But one little thing that's always stuck with the logo, I'll just show you in a second. One little thing that's always stuck is right here, there's a pixel missing. It's super small. You never notice it unless you point it out, but there's a single pixel missing from the end of that chevron on the C. And that's just because I made the logo in about 5 minutes in Illustrator, and I've just let it ride. It's been in all our logos ever since. It's pretty funny. This part, the masking tape is super old, so it's just really bonded to this decal here. Now usually a logo this size would go a bit faster than that. But like I said, the masking tape's just a bit old. Now we put it back on. The decal's complete. I can't really see it there. Oh, there it is. The decal is complete. Cool, so we'll do one more that's a bit smaller. Let's get this one box out of here. All right, here's the second logo here. Okay, this is the second case that I want to work on. This case is different from that case. That case has a removable lid, so it's pretty straightforward. You don't really have to think too much about it. You just center it. This one has a hinged lid, so the difference is you just want to think a little bit about how you want that logo displayed when the case is open. For us, I love having all the cases open and the logo displayed. So just make sure that the bottom of your logo is on the hinged side of the case. Otherwise, you will have to redo it all, as people in our shop know, who have all done them upside down. So same process as the first logo. We want to make sure that it's centered. So I'll start with the big straight edge here. Looks like it's 19 centimeters. From here, it's 20 centimeters. So we know that we want the straight edge to be 19.5 centimeters off of the aluminum. That will center it. And then vertically, we're at 11 centimeters and 11 centimeters. So already vertically we're good. So now we just need to get this straight edge, the top and bottom of it, to be 19 centimeters off the aluminum. Then we know we're totally centered. Perfect. So we got it all where we want it to be now. Took a little bit longer, kept going back and forth there. So we'll finish this tape line. And then just like the last decal, bend it forward, take the backing off, be super careful around the letters, pull it up as we do it. Get rid of the backing, and all at once, rub that decal on, no bubbles. Then pull this gaff off. It's always kind of in the way. This A always seems to hang. Just be real careful about those letters. Make sure they all come off clean. Just like the last logo, a really keen eye would see that we have a pixel missing from our C in our logo mark. And then now if you want to hit it with some light soap or some simple green or something like that and wash it all up, now's a good time to do it. Get the rest of the scuffs off. That is how you do a decal. I think it looks pretty good. Happy with both of them. So if you're interested in, adding that branding or the professionalism when you roll in, we have a lot of clients comment about it, especially with us. We don't sub-rent from other AV companies. We just buy whatever we need to make it happen. So when you see a whole truck full of logos like this, it adds a ton of professionalism. And yeah, that's how we do it, and that's how our cases keep looking great. If one gets totally beat up, then we'll just replace the logo. It takes a couple minutes, but it's no big deal. Cool, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the process, please comment in the comment section below. I'd be happy to hear your feedback. Thanks so much.